Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Yes, loads of tabs are up because I haven't finished watching the things I wanted to watch today. Another Gale letter from May 11th this year. It's been months since I read a Gale letter. Obviously, when Chris Can was in the mental facility, well, supposed mental facility, because no one knew where he truly was, but people are speculating that he was in a mental house. He wasn't allowed to send any correspondence outside of the building. But now he's back in jail, he's back into writing letters. So yeah, I was kind of expecting this to happen again. So we're gonna be getting letters until the actual court date. So you're gonna have to start reading them. So on the 10th of May 2020, 10th of May, okay. The 11th is when it was uploaded. Chris sent a 13th letter from Central Virginia Regional Gale to Kenneth Englehardt. I thought they stopped writing. He probably sent it first time though. Okay. His first since being returned to the Gale from an undisclosed location on the 3rd of May. Kenneth uploaded the letter to the Onion Farms on the 14th of May. Okay, so it's actually uploaded on the 14th. This is the first known Gale letter that Chris has written since he was returned to Central Virginia Regional Gale on the 3rd. Despite being in a mental institution for over 2 months, Chris is just as crazy as he was before he got transferred. Well, it's nothing fucking new. Like I said before, he's too far gone, you can't change him. Most notably, Kenneth claims that there was some incriminating details that Chris has stated regarding Barbara, resulting in Chris's attorney being notified of it. This is gonna fuck him right up. Most highlights. Chris said that he cannot disclose where he was during his 2-month period away from Gale, which we already kind of know. We just want to know what happened, but I don't think he states that. Chris denies the validity of the incest leaks from the July 2021 and insists that his relationship with Barb was limited to soul bonding. Yeah, keeping that train going. Chris gives a biographical account into Barb's life, including details of incidents where she was emotionally manipulative. Kenneth claims that Chris stated some oh my god details which resulted him alerting his attorneys. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna fuck him up. Chris compares his own non-existent relationship with Charles, posing as women, to his mother's real but dysfunctional relationships prior to meeting Bob. Chris claims Barb dated Tom Ashby in high school and that her sisters falsely accused her of being a slut, causing lasting enmity between them. Chris denies that Barb had ever had sex in high school, even though she previously claimed that she did. Barb only married Bob because he owned a house, although there was some genuine love in their relationship. I kind of think that Barb and Bob really did love each other though. That's what I think. Barb allegedly offered herself for sex after learning about Chris losing his virginity to Mia Hamm. Yeah, don't think so. Chris still believes that he is Jesus Christ. Chris claims that Jacob Sockness cursed the country with the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, whatever, Chris. Chris describes World War III breaking out as a result of My Little Pony Gen 5 not being cancelled. Yeah, it's not the Russians in Ukraine. It was My Little Pony this whole time. Yeah, them bronies will. Yeah, them bronies will fuck us all up, I swear. Chris warns Kenneth that now is not the time to be making a wiki page about any locale who does not already have one. Well, you got Encyclopedia Dramatica for that. So let's get on to the letter. Chris's response. Yeah, free issue. Please insist deduct postage from my inmate account. Kenneth Englehardt, and we got the signia right there. So apparently there's 6 pages of this, so it might take a while. Let me just see where I am now. 5 minutes, okay. Many spiritual greetings. May the 10th, 2022. Gana Falanai, Kenneth, and to all my followers as well. And this letter may be uploaded online. You're even like admitting to it and like wanting it to be posted online. Why would you post something like this online for if you don't want to be in jail for longer? Firstly, I am safe. I'm quite safe and well, and I am humbled and appreciative of thy concerns of my and my body's safety and health. For the time, I am not stating any further details of where I have been for the past 2 months. Well, full of time, so you might blurt it out eventually, hopefully. We want to know. We want the juicy details. Nor the details of my case. Yeah, I think that would be confidential, even though we kind of know what it is. For even the legal system is most strict of keeping the details private and offline as well. Yeah, so don't go blabbing, Chris, because that will mess you up. All you need to know, regardless of this foreknown outcome, is that there was absolutely nothing beyond soul bonding that happened. The leak from last July was false. The actual text was altered, but yeah, we know what you fucking did. And a good number of thee all should have known better and have good faith in I, instead of succumbing to the demons and devils' temptations of rumours and drama, and thus failing the divine test. Yeah, apparently, yeah, he's still going on about this divine test again. There is no retcon. There is truth ultimate. All those who are not left behind shall have to wait until the public release of my book in the Goddess Log pages in it. Months from now, in order to find out the details, further authentic enlightenment for thyself. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. If it wasn't Chris Chan releasing this book, like if it was like a different publisher, and like if Chris Chan didn't like earn any money from it and the money didn't go to him, I'd probably end up buying the book, but we know it's going to cost like thousands on eBay and that. So hopefully, if anyone buys it, upload the pages. We want to read it. It'll be a hell of a long video, but I'll just want to read it, and everyone else does. Especially with the facts, presence of shifts and events that has been happening right in front of and all around you. All that makes the collective shift from 1218's Earth to C197's Earth, my second coming not far from now, and Judgment Day upon the toxic ones and left behind, and more clear and obvious to and with thee. Also, I mention the number of months when Sonicu and I body swapped, and the months from April to October 2020 when I, in Sonicu's body, was within a nanosecond frozen sub-dimension to further develop and harness my own powers and abilities, while also so for my son's body and mind. These Gale months have been a very same training regimen for my own good body right there. So this time from the all in greater revelations was meant to be, and as it was then, I shall return to lead ye all not long ago from now. Yeah, he is still begging to come out of that place. Too bad you got until July until you caught that trial, whatever it's called. Here is a massive ultimate truth for ye all. Why even I, when I was Jesus Christ in Jerusalem, could not foreknow, especially specifically that word again. I can never say that fucking word. And exactly the hour and day of my resurrection. Then, and more presently, my second coming is because even Emmanuel then and now, no God or goddess or anyone foreknew, especially when period, but only the specific shifts and events that lead up to that event. Hence, we wait for the confirmations of the specific shifts and events and the exact details of the divine plan to counter and clear that event. There is no population and universe shattering paradox in our very timeline that would undo, kill and destroy everything if left unchecked. And if almost everyone else on Earth or any planet or point in the universe in this timeline foreknew of the divine plans in intricate details and the specific events that need to happen, there is a chance, or there is a chance one or more would want to counter and, page 2, prevent the event themselves. In doing that, they would not only ultimately paradoxically fail, period, but their misintention deed would potentially throw the divine plan askew, and we would have a most difficult time and possibly lack of sufficient time to amend the plan and keep all safe and well. It is also why we continue to encourage encourage all of you to have faith in us gods and goddesses, our divine powers and abilities to prevent total loss, or not only our universe but our universe, but our timeline as well as having faith in letting all that needs to happen and fall into place for your health and safety and benefit to happen. It is also why all the fan fictions have been rendered moot for all the events in this timeline since the 1st of August 2021, when he was arrested, until the foreknown time when I shall be safe once again. Also, crossed out, back to present events. I direct thy attention to World War III. Ooh. March to May presently being the cold months. It's May now, is it going to be the end of the war then? Does the expression a cold day in hell resonate with you? That fact, COVID bringing forth healthier individuals while dispensing the left behinds and shifting some as well. So in other words, if people survive with COVID, so they're gonna be dimensionally shifted. Okay, so apparently I'm gonna be dimensionally shifted to wherever the fuck he's on about, because I had COVID recently and I got over it. So okay, I lost my place. Where was I? Left behind and shifting some as well. COVID-19 was a divine test of thy faith, fortitude and endurance and self-motivation, regardless of the fact Sockness has cursed a country with it. Yeah, so it wasn't the Chinese, it was Sockness all the one, that damn dirty troll. Also, the other phosphates I've previously mentioned during including suddenly becoming ritualistic and random animals suddenly appearing in random places. Okay, as Caden has relayed to me, I have foreknown World War III as why My Little Pony Generation 5 being manifested in 2020 to 2025 was premature, and My Little Pony Friendship as Magic and Equestria Girls Gen 4 was needed to continue to season 14 and no less. My and Nightstar Sonic's intention in intervention to an aid to Hasbro and to resume My Little Pony Gen 4 is still imminent and ultimately beneficial to everyone. As I have stated in writing personally before, my help and input remains on the table in the greatest light power humans of Hasbro, and for your money greedy employees and executives' sakes, I divinely urge thee to take us up on that period. Lightning bolt. I'm serious, as I appear authentically in the more recent photo and then some. Oh, so he's actually seen the photo. Page 3. Should you all wish further confirmations and premonition input to confirm these truths and facts, consult with an authentic, highly enlightened and powerful psychic, including Helena and Pikachu, Spunky the Hayden Doom, and Molly the Medium, or your most local authentic psychic. Well, no psychic or medium is authentic, they're all con merchants, so yeah, good luck finding a real one. Now for a most truthful and revealing topic that actually shall confirm a number of details from amongst thy thoughts and that's a date, 8th of the 10th 2021. No, August 1st 2021. There you go. Fan fictions that I may share now, the history facts about Barbara Ann Weston Chandler, or some of anyway. Had any of thee actually helped and talked with her in person before today, would have got the aura resicont confirmations and similar or other truths, and do not troll or bother Joseph Cole Smithy or Barbara for more details or anything. So in other words, he was really expecting people to visit her. Don't go visiting a rape victim. That's bad. I tell thee all true and truest and fact, as sure as Barbara at age 2 laughed at her silver painted coated daddy. I don't know what to say about that. After he survived falling off the roof of their house while painting it. Was that actually a thing? As sure as when their cow was killed by a donkey, literally. Okay. Weird things happened back in the olden times. The Sunday home-made meals with chicken, mashed potatoes, corn and bread and butter with green beans. Stanley Weston finding their daddy dead on the horse-pulled wagon not far from the convenience store in Red Oak. Was that actually a thing? That I don't know if that happened. I don't know. There's no proof on that. Yeah, it must be a story that didn't make it on the internet. So Barbara had been born and grew up as a child number 5 out of 8 in the Weston family in Red Oak on October 1st in 1941. That was like a couple of years before the war ended. Her life was a redneck simple country one. It's a bit fucking mean. She had mastered sewing, mending and making clothes on the other farm facets and church going habits. To note there are similarities and probably differences between her past and mine, respectively. I shall write a note to thee all. Her school years, especially in high school, Barbara was highly was a very high in intellectual. Yet she also was a cheerleader for a time. Barbara had two boyfriends in high school, one of which was Tom Ashby, which has gone fairly well. But Barbara had planned to leave for college, so ultimately broke up the relationship, and Harriet Weston took Tom for their own. Oh, so that was like Aunt Harriet and Uncle Tom. Okay, that's where that come from. Now during high school and prior, Barbara's sisters have spread rumours of her calling her a slut. But Barbara never had any sexual intercourse. She never even masturbated. It simply never dawned upon her to do so, and it was not against her religion either. Comparison: she dated, yet I was naive on the subject of dating and healthy relationships, and I masturbated during our respective high school years. And I was too focused on education to ever seek a relationship or sex, not counting the friendships in that. Okay, this is a fucking weird lesson. Weird history lesson. Page 4. Over her adult years, Barbara has attended and graduated from college, and before meeting Mr. C. Robichaux, still fucking Robichaux, Barbara has had 7 ex-boyfriends. She used to go around a lot then, counting the 2 in high school, and between numbers 3 to 7 and Mr. C as well. They were all selfish types of men, and in their testosterone apocryphal lives, they had never really cared for her pleasure when it came for sex. To them, it was more for their pleasure and genetic reproduction intentions. Jerry and Mr. C aside, were all love 'em, leave 'em types. Jack Smithy was number 5, and the damn trucker loved Barbara and left her with Cole. Also to note, after 5 epic failed relationships on her part, after finding Mr. C, Barbara, in her own words, married him because he owned a house, and yet to theirs, that I under their care, was a ship that lasted with some genuine love. Comparison: Barbara had selfish exes with actual in-person relationships and a few weddings. I hardly anything beyond friendships and authentic, and the relationships I had went anywhere prior to these days were distant, online and fake. I define generational trauma a noun, a trauma one experiences from the past experiences and aura resonance vibrations from the biological parents or legal guardians that can either be beneficial or sabotaging, depending on the parents. Now, as you may hear from Joseph Goldsmith's testimony on Barbara as a mother, I had experienced emotional manipulation, some lack of better care, even calling her a pathological liar when it comes to asking her about Jack Smithy and other details from her perspective. Not sugarcoating and blunt here from me. In my years, Barbara was caring but remained some distant emotionally and mentally. She had emotionally manipulated me at times, and when I told her of my intentions that I was going to a convention in another state, she did threaten to suicide of herself. She also had raised her voice to me in upset and anger, especially when it came to money. After the paid sex with the kind karaoke woman in April 2012, in May I told Barbara about it, and Barbara literally postponed what's that? Me for sex by telling me that I could have sex with you myself, Christian. And in one aspect of her unconsciousness, Barbara had considered me being a replacement for Mr. C after September 6, 2011. So yeah, in a way I did become an emotional Barbara in a way did become an emotional burden on I. Yet in despite of the situation, I have personally written to Halberg the story of Barbara with these similar words. In truth, nobody had interrogated her because of her age and the legal systems. Am I right? So in other words, he's blaming Barbara, victim blaming. He's an arsehole, a proper arsehole. Now that you know, now you all know, this is page 5, for now, until my safe return to all of the in light powers divine, I mention 3 of the now new commandments and introduce you to a couple more as I inscribed on that date there, in October 14th, 2021. 15. Thou shalt not comment online or offline in hatred, spite, falseness, or without any words of criticism that art intentionally genuine and meant to be supportive for actual improvements. 14. Thou shalt not hate thy neighbours or others that share any similarities in race, ethnicity, interests, or whatever else with thee. And thou shalt not hate thyself for any of these traits or interests either. Number 21, we jump in a bit. Thou need not feel pressured or nor obliged to pursue sexual relations, and among all who pressured and talk continuously about sex, please do not speak on and on. And thou need not feel obliged to listen if thou feel uneasy around others when they speak of which. For sexual relations are better when thou and thy partners actually feel appreciative, open, and not pressured by others forehand. And lastly, to Englehardt and anyone else with the same or similar ideas, now is not the time to be making any lolcow pages on anyone who does not already have such on them, including celebrities and politicians. For at these immediate plans, the collective shift and greater events are on and happening, and they need to be observant and enlightening for themselves, as well as recognizing and dispelling any and all remaining dark, demonic and devilish influences from defects within themselves and their unconsciousness. For now, my individuals and followers alike, I, Farewell, work diligently through and hard for thee all. Be safe and well. Mrs. Jesus Christine Resident Chandler Sonicu, the goddess blue heart of the Commodore consoles, guardian of the Sonicu and Rosecu species of Pokemon, they one avatar, Lord Messiah, Saviour and God of all. Okay, so that was the 13th letter. There's a lot of information there that would definitely incriminate him. Talking about Barb like that, talking about his rape victim like that, it would add a few extra charges, I could think. But yeah, this has been a half an hour video. I'm gonna leave it here. Let me know what you think in the comments of this whole thing. If another letter drops, as soon as it gets on the quickie, I'm gonna be reading it. I hope you have a nice day, or I hope you had a nice day. It's like 11 o'clock now, and I will see you next time.